that it's a better team and that he likes your chances no matter where you end up in this coming week. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
How is it a better team?
Well, that's to be determined. We got to obviously advance past the West semis, but I think we're playing the best brand of basketball we played all season, and I am going to be very confident going into the play-in. I'm not saying we're better than last year because we haven't advanced further than that, so I can't say that with as much confidence.
Clay, Jonathan and Brandon were both just in here, and they were speaking a little bit along the lines of how whoever's playing or in the rotation or whoever's coming off the bench, it's everybody just believing and doing what you can to help the team win. And you've been in different positions. How much do you appreciate those guys like Brandon and Looney doing whatever he has to do if it's not being in the rotation for a stretch, and how important that is to what's going on now with the Winds?
Appreciate both those guys, and especially Loon. Been with Loon for almost 10 years now, and he is the ultimate professional basketball player. And yeah, our young guys have been great this season, and without them, we would not have the chance to enter the playoffs and hit our stride at this moment. So they've been awesome, every single one of them.
What do you think of the play-in a few years in? And, like, you know, if this was most of your career, you guys would be, you know, desperately trying to get to 8 to get in, but now you're pretty settled.
Well, lucky us. So we get a chance to compete in the postseason, and I'm very grateful for that because there was a time where the Warriors made the postseason once in 18 years. So I hope people can be grateful for that we have a chance to, you know, chase greatness.
Clay, you moved to the bench for a while and started really getting hot shooting there, and maybe the role kind of helped settle some things, but now you're back in the starting lineup and you're still shooting really well. Do you think staying in the starting lineup is the way to go right now? And do you think you're just on a roll either way, I would guess, as a question?
I think I'm playing with a great rhythm right now, and we have become accustomed to how to play with different guys in different lineups. Whether I start or I come off the bench, I'm going to be myself, and I'm going to do everything I can to help this team win games. So at this point in my career, I'm just grateful to be healthy and playing a lot of minutes in the NBA.
Clay, throughout the season, fans were not so sure that you guys were going to make it to where you are right now. Did you ever feel like there was a specific moment in the middle of the season or at the beginning of the season or towards the end of the season where you yourself felt that there was a change, and as a team you felt that there was something pivotal that happened that really changed the future and now you're into a postseason?
I think when we got to Miami and we got to have a beach day, I think that really changed everything. So you just get to go to the ocean and you get to go to the beach and you get to throw a football, you get to swim, you get to just be free and have fun. I think that really just sets your mind free, and it was just so fun to be down there with the guys and just have a day away from the court that really, I think, had us bond well together, and I think that was a huge turning point.
How many guys were at beach day?
I'm sure everyone got their feet in the sand, which is a form of grounding, which is very important.
Clay, you mentioned the amount of games you've played this season, how amazing it is given what you've been through. Does it, at some point, do you think it is amazing, even to yourself, that you've done this? And what do you think it's proven?
I think it is amazing because it's easy to fall in love with the great shooting nights and big scoring outputs, but unless you've been through a Achilles rehab or ACL, it's very difficult. And to do that in 2 years and come out and play in 94% of games, I mean, that's what I'm proud of. That's what I'm most proud of, is just being available and being a constant in the lineup, because the NBA season is strenuous, it's long, and it takes a lot of discipline to be able to do it nightly. And that's one thing I am very proud of this season, is just my ability to play in this amount of games.
We know you came back in the middle of the season 2 years ago. and then played the most minutes of anybody in the playoffs than last year. But how much better, say, do you feel towards the end of the season than you have felt, say, the past 2 seasons?
I feel great, but feels very similar to last year and the year beforehand. You should be in peak physical shape at this point with the amount of games we played. So doesn't feel much different, but mentally I feel incredible just knowing what we've accomplished and have the opportunity